What's up, everyone? I'm back and playing Hertz episode, let me see, 52, I believe. In today's video, I'm going to be, let's just see, getting this kind of, get this piece of stone for this layer chunk. This is for a good reason. So, so when I'm done with this piece of chunk, I'm gonna chunk, and then I'm gonna go pack up and then start going up here and try to get my crops. I think my crops are ready, and they're ready to be farmed and be processed into food. And the food is going to keep me in shape and keep my villagers, if I have any villagers still alive, to be more to, to make more villagers. So make more villagers, make more money because they trade for one thing, an emerald, and they can trade taking bad trades, but those emeralds you can't resist. But I can resist. But if it was like the communist style, you would have been taking whatever you want. But plus, it's not good as a government. Government is not a good idea for a communist society because there's always a feud. There's always corruption. Not only like corporations, but like true oligarchs. Oligarchs are always around the corner. They're always wanting control. They don't care about the money. They got money. They just care about keeping control to feel more superior than anyone else. And here's my issue. I don't want to control the people. I want to protect the people by not control, but just trying to keep them try to keep them out of harm's way. It's better to keep them out of harm's way than just making a whole scenic view of destruction. Destruction and just corruption and malnutritioned people and not a good at urbanization, a lot of poor, and just having two branches, the poor and the rich, which I see as the government when when the when it's under the command of the Democratic under Biden, there was problem. I had a lot of problem because Biden's Biden had nothing doing except passing laws that weren't actually passed because of his darn cabinet. that this is why I don't like this is why I don't want to join the Democrat. I'm just saying, if it was FDR, I would join. But like these modern presidents now, uh, uh, not even in good taste. It's just lost its. It's just lost on me. Barack Obama, a little bit good, not that bad. But I'm surprised when I saw the label, saw his birthplace, it was Hawaii. Trump said he was from Kenya, but I can hear the guy. I'm running for president. That sounds like a true American. That's a true American, brother. And I'm probably seeing a little. I'll probably see him in the future when he sees a little bit the light of what's going on with the Democrat Party. I think he's trying to stay in there, trying to fix a little bit up that party, but gosh darn, they're in their own imagination. They're just saying, "Oh, we're gonna win the elections. Everyone loves me," and until they get until reality hits in. Yeah, they think they got because when I saw the predictions of the election, they thought they would get Texas. Not even a chance, bro. Trump get Texas. Texas been has been have been have been stern on Republican, so no one will change. And don't try to do it to change our minds or try to make us a little educated. I don't care about having ego, but most of the entire Democrat Party has been a little bit, egoistic. But let me just tell you, Trump has a little has a bunch of ego, but he really wants to get things moving for us because we were the big guys of the time. Now Trump's trying to get us back to keep us alive. I hope he keeps us alive a little bit longer. And I hope we don't use nukes as to make us superior power. That's the problem. Government always the government is always in a feud. Should especially, but I'm hearing more controversy on the Democrats than in Trump, even after the Epstein files. Epstein kind of I see he didn't even bothered. He knows he was in most of them. But hearing more controversy that the Democrats are saying they must have he must have do something. We must make it so we can look good for ourselves. Yeah, here's the truth thing. Thing is if any of you guys are true Democrats, Trump, he might have controversy, he might have hush money, but he's actually trying to make a better America. If you watch the news articles back in 1970s and 80s, you'll find his a little bit of truth. And I and when he was a Democrat, he was he was following, he was with, but changed out to Republican. I think they're starting. I think they were chill with him because he was with the Democrats. But when he left, it was because a backstab or something. Because they can't even hold down their own darn ego. Especially the newer generation. Pop stars with social media influencers trying to look. Yeah, no, I'm stone cold, not a social media influencer. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you should get this product." No, I'm just saying facts. Don't even bother. I will not be joining with a party who has a lot of disorder than just trying to help fix something and try to get results. FDR, he had results. Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, had results. Abraham Lincoln had going results until Bloom, Grant, showing a lot of results and trying to do it, but kind of had trouble because of the freaking darn Dixie states in the past. Not if anyone who's from South Carolina in the South in the Dixie states, you guys are okay. It's just the ones who are literally. It was just the KKK. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, the KKK. Those three. If anyone doesn't know that, you might find probably look that up. But it but for you but any children, do not look it up. I'm just saying, do not look it up. It's going to haunt your dream, and I don't want you to follow their pathway. That is going to be a very dangerous pathway. And I care about your safety, so don't do it. So don't look it up, and don't follow their way. It's bad. It's bad. Why, mankind? Yeah. But I think the most worked up president who put a lot of results was FDR mostly results. But the one who changed more for more for more people was Abraham Lincoln for for abolishing slavery for the emancipation reclamation. That was Abraham Lincoln. He is the most popular man in history, higher than George Washington, surprisingly. And I heard there's still people who are still not even pro-Lincolners in the South. But I think it'll bite onto them until they realize how bad it was when you try to attack a president who is trying to make equality. It is said by Thomas Jefferson, who was a slave owner, but he hated slavery. That man actually stated that all Americans will have 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 equality, not inequality of slavery. If you're a black man, you have equality. If you're a Samoan, you're equal. You're equal. If you're a Mexican, you're equal. If you're a Hispanic, equal. European, you're equal. Equal, equal, equal. Asian, equal. Name it. Name it. Darn it. You kidding me? How many times I have to say this? You're equal. If you're Israeli, equal. Egyptian, equal. Sudan, and Afghanistan, an Afghan. You're equal if you live in America. You get equal rights, but you don't have equal privilege to disrespect somebody. That's called inequality. If you understand what I'm saying, don't be don't make everyone feel like an unequal. And unequal is profoundly a rude term for every person in America. And I'm here to change that rule and try to help this country get out of this bureaucracy age. I think that I'll call this age of politics. I call it the bureaucracy age. We have so much bureaucracy that nothing is even modern in of these parties. These parties have no modern. They're just following an old tradition. They're not trying to modernize the styling and try to help fix up a country. This country has been fighting for its entire life to stay afloat. We survived for Civil War. We survived all those wars, and still, when we were at our lowest and in a financial problem, we still hold on because we're Americans. We're not a freaking monarch. If we were a monarch, we have to wait for a very long time until we have an incompetent leader. That's why we have a presidential system of elections. It keeps us powerful, and good thing the monarchy. Good there's no dictator monarchy. Like there's no prime minister. A constitutional monarchy. It's good idea. There's only the king that rules the land, who is the face, and there's the prime minister who is actually elected by the people. And that I would say that is the best system when you're an old monarch. You got to stay by just trying to be a constitutional monarchy and try to be more competent with the system of mankind. Teddy Roosevelt was very open to that, open with his reforms of trying to have a 5 days and ended monopolies. Monopolies were the ones who hurted us the most. Monopolies made us into two branches, rich and poor. That was the oh, get away. Oh, wow. That was very a very big delay. But going back, Teddy Roosevelt was the only president who actually showed more results than that is equal to FDR. But Teddy Roosevelt broke down monopolies. But FDR, he just helped the entire country whatever he can. That man needs to be the face plattered in the Oval Office. Even if he's a Democrat, he must be remembered as the president of change, not the president who's a Democrat. He's on the head. His head needs to be as a reminder of how a good president should be, not a bad one. Ronald Reagan, he should be he should have his entire body, especially with Franklin Roosevelt, as the people of change. Change. And that I would say those two men, yeah, put those two and put them on Mount Rushmore. I do not care. Put them up with Teddy Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, and George Washington. Yeah, put their face on that on that on that cliffside. I don't care. I just want I just want their face to be remembered as the presidents who actually did good, not bad. And that is my what I got to say. Unlike today, we've been fighting our butts on the field, trying to see who's right or wrong, and who's the one who are keeping ego of of a party, and still open with a party when it's a traditional. But I hope some see reason. Probably no one. But just understand, it's not always a party that has that is good. It's someone who had results of good candidacy, a good candidate during in their time, and that I would vote. I vote for presidents who actually show results, not with incompetence. Joe Biden, he might have been good when he was not a when he was not in his 80s, probably in his 60s or 50s. Could have been good for him. So he won't have like so much stress and gave him dementia. I think the Democrat Party made him go dementia with that. Oof, I feel bad for that guy. Being a president and have to deal with 3 wars. But now Trump is calmed down on calmed down at from the first year. Now it's just going on a full-fledged fire. Iran's now in trouble, and now they're striking U.S. bases that are in countries. Who is these idiots? It's not the people. It's the heads of the government of Iran, which I have stated very much. I don't like heads of government that has dictatorship. Dictatorship is bad, but there was one good dictator who actually did a lot of good. It's the man who made Singapore so rich and and had low troubles, and had zero tolerance for crime, zero tolerance for drugs, illegal ones. And that is a president I would serve who actually care about the people, not the ones who care about putting it in a career. I care about doing it for the people, not the frickin' people that show the just to butt heads with ego. Ego's not my type. But when it's the country that it's in stake, I need to put my heart, my mind, and strength into helping and fixing this system into the right way, not the wrong way. The wrong way is going to be the danger point. And that's what I got to tell you, old people. Do not be corrupt. Don't have ego. Show strength in seeing who is competent of trying to be a leader and try to fix something that has been broken. And that is what I got to tell you for this video. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe and watch all my videos down below. In the meantime, I'm going to bed, or probably going to go cut because it's almost my time. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.